one love, one heart, one space. Loyalty, one thing we can't replace. Faith.
Welcome back to Atkins Ever After Podcast, the Intimacy Edition. We're exploring questions from the Skin Deep company of the Couples Edition. I'm your host, Michael, and this is Baby.
Hello, you guys. Welcome back. So this is our last episode of the 4-part series on intimacy. And like you said, we are going to be asking each other a few intimate questions from this card game that we have from the Skin Deep company. So we definitely recommend this card game. You guys should check it out. It really does, allow you to explore avenues or ask questions that you may not have asked prior to. But you can do it in a fun way, right? In a conversational type way. So we thought that we would end our series by asking each other some intimate questions and playing the game.
Yes. These questions seem to be very intriguing.
Yes, so we will get into it definitely. He's looked at his questions, but we have not looked at each other's questions. So I don't know what he's going to ask me. He doesn't know what I'm going to ask him. We all will be revealing that and doing that on camera with you guys. But before we get into this game, we do want to start with our first segment of our episodes, which is our appreciation. So, baby, would you like to go first or would you like for me to go first?
I can definitely go first.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah, so I want to say that I appreciate your drive. I appreciate your drive. You have a strong drive. You have an unnatural drive. Yes, you do. And, ever since I've, known you, met you, you've been a strong force in the corporate world at that point. Yeah. Coming to know you intimately, I've seen a different side of your drive. And, you are, I would say, one of the strongest forces I have ever seen in my life.
Really?
Yes, you are. And, you just, you always know which direction you want to go in. Mm-hmm. You know the pace. You set your own pace. And you always deliver. You push people too. So you have such a driving force that your force has so much aptitude that it pushes other people to have drive. So,
wow.
That's a strong force. So,
wow.
I appreciate your force.
Wow.
Your drive.
You caught me off guard with this one. The things that you said just really shows me that you pay attention to me when I don't think you are. So thank you.
Welcome.
Thank you for that. It's all for us, it's all for our family, so that makes me extra passionate about what I'm doing. So, okay, well, that was a great way to start our appreciation. So now it's my turn. So what I appreciate about you in this season of your life is being open to allowing God's light to shine through you. You are extremely vulnerable to Him. You are just doing a lot of things that you probably didn't think you would be doing in the capacity that you're doing it. With you doing your positive card chronicles, with you assisting and helping other people, wow. Your light continues to shine, and it shines brighter and brighter every day. And I am so thankful and grateful that you are so submissive to God, and you're not apprehensive. You're not worrying about judgment from anyone. You know what He has told you to do. You know what He's laid on your heart for you to do, and those are the things that you do. And you do them willingly, and you do them full of passion. And that light really shines brightly. The Positive Card Chronicles, you guys, we mentioned that a few times on our episode. Those videos are very enlightening in a lot of ways. They're really quick. What would you say, about 40 to 60 seconds. So they're really short videos, but they are extremely powerful in the message in which you share. And so it could be something from a spiritual awareness perspective. It could be something from a relationship positivity perspective. But nevertheless, it is you allowing God's light to shine from within you, and you being a voice. You putting a voice to His words that He's given to you. So I'm so grateful and I'm so thankful for that. It makes me so much more open to you because you're so open to him. So that's my appreciation for you this week.
I'm so glad that you have observed that part of me.
Yeah,
and,
absolutely.
That you recognize that. It's beautiful. I definitely didn't expect that myself. I know that you always, are looking at things about me. I truly appreciate you bringing that out.
Yeah.
As everything else that you have, because you definitely teach me about myself.
Yeah.
We teach each other,
We do. We definitely do. And, having my partner, for me, this is for me specifically, my partner having spiritual awareness is at the absolute top of the list for me. So when you have spiritual awareness, it just makes me feel even closer to you, and it makes me feel like I can trust you even more because I know you're turning to God and you're leaning to God for understanding and for guidance and direction. You're not just out here trying to use your own knowledge that, we all as human beings have limited knowledge. So you're not trying to just rely on your knowledge, right? On what to do next or how to go about the situation. You're actually seeking and waiting to hear from God before you do things. So it shines brightly. Like I said, it's undeniable. When I watch our videos, and you guys, I don't necessarily know what he's going to make his videos on. I don't know when he's going to produce them, until I see them posted. And so when I see them and he's, it's just so, I don't know, it leaves me speechless because it's so much positivity displayed in those videos, and it's such a bright light that I see you in. Even in those videos, you're smiling, you're engaging, you're direct, you're clear with your communication and what your message is, and it's just those videos are everything to me. So I could go on and on about them. Like, I honestly do appreciate them. I really do.
Wow, that's beautiful to hear.
Yeah.
And I hope other people out there appreciate them too. But me hearing that you appreciate them, that definitely gives me driving force to continue on, because you are, my driving force. So thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you. So, we could go on and on, you guys, about appreciation. Like, we are always showing appreciation to each other. We're very complimentary to one another. So, we could go on and on within this segment. But I know you guys are ready for us to ask some questions, right? As you've been watching us in the past, we're very honest and open without answers. So, and even if we say we don't want to answer this question, that's open and honest as well. So, without further ado, do you want to begin?
Sure.
Okay, so would you like for me to ask the first question?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, perfect. So again, you guys, this game is really to allow us the opportunity to ask each other questions and maybe learn some things that we don't know about each other. Not quite sure how much information we don't know about each other, but we'll see. Alright, so my first question to you is, this is a great question, wow. Do you think we'll still be this close in 15 years? Why or why not?
So I definitely think that we'll be closer in 15 years. So considering the time that we've been together, 5 years, I would say yes, because we definitely have gotten closer each year.
Yeah.
We definitely haven't grown apart.
Yeah.
And we definitely gotten closer. We learned things every year about each other. So yeah.
I agree with that. I think we start to like each other more and more every day. When you say we start to become obsessed with each other. That's the word I like to use, obsessed. Have the biggest crush on him, and he knows it.
I don't think that word is even strong enough.
I agree. Okay. You ready?
Yeah, so my turn, guys.
Oh,
Alright,
goodness. Let's see.
If you had a daughter, what advice would you give her regarding relationships, since you already have three daughters?
Correct.
What advice would you give them regarding relationships?
Yeah.
What advice do you give them?
Yeah, great question. So yes, we have 3 daughters, and the advice that I give them is to take their time and do things the way that they want to do it. Don't let anyone force you or make you feel like you have to go at a certain pace, right? If you know that you don't want to become serious with someone, don't become serious. Take your time and date around. Get to know what you like, what you dislike. And in doing that, you also will get to know yourself as well, right? You learn a lot about yourself with the encounters that you have with other people. So ultimately, just take your time and do things the way you want to do them. That's the advice that I give. So, next. What are the things that make you come back for more of me? Oh, I like it. Let's hear it.
The things that make me come back for more of you. Well, definitely your like you're fun, and you bring you've brought new things to me.
Okay.
You know, of course, our relationship.
Mm-hmm.
You are a strong force again, as I said.
Mm-hmm.
You're a risk taker, you know. So you always just have some fun, excitement, you know, that you're into, you know. And I can't, I'm not gonna go into everything, but you're just a fun person, and you're exciting. You push me to dive into myself, dive into life. And you definitely are very spiritual. So you increase my spiritual aptitude. You know, so you bring I feel you bring me closer to God. With yourself. So man, it's a lot. You know what I'm saying?
It's back to that obsession, right?
Yeah. So I could go on and on. But yeah, you bring a lot of positivity, a lot of fun. You're beautiful. I always want more from you. So that's what.
Okay. I like it. I think these are great questions. These are questions we've never asked each other.
Yeah.
So
they're different.
Yeah, very interesting.
In a different way.
I like it.
All right, so my turn.
Yes.
When do you find yourself thinking about our relationship lasting? Interesting question.
Say it again.
Yeah. Because I'm reading it. When do you find yourself thinking about our relationship lasting? When do you find yourself thinking about our relationship lasting?
Yeah, so I guess what it's asking is like, is there a certain period of time or after a certain incident do I think more about if we will last or not? That's how I take that question.
Okay.
I don't think about whether we will last or not because I know we're going to last. Like we've had multiple conversations about deal breakers and things of that nature. So we both are fully committed to seeing this until the end. Till death do us part.
That's the end.
That's the end. So I don't ever think about us not being together. That's just an honest answer. Like even when we disagree, whatever, we've taken steps and done work to not go that far mentally, right? My automatic thought is not, oh, I'm leaving you, right? My automatic thought is like, let me take a minute, let's figure out what's going on, whatever. Let's get back to, being on the same page, but it's not about me leaving you. So,
yeah, God,
I don't have a certain time period.
Hey, if you actually make that question and you don't get that answer, then get it. Yeah.
They're like, yeah, after you do this thing, that's when I think about whether I want to be here or not.
That was a great question.
Yeah, these are great.
Thought-provoking.
This is a great game. Again, just kind of a side note, we'll make sure to include the website of the company in our description of this video, so you guys can go and check it out and maybe purchase it. They do have different editions, and so obviously we have the couples editions, but they have like friend edition, family edition. So yeah, these are pretty great questions.
Yeah.
Okay, so what would you take away from this relationship?
What will I take away from this relationship? Well, I hope not to take away anything from this relationship to anywhere. But you know, it's a trick. Like, you know, so what I have come to take from this relationship is that love is unconditional. Like, real true love is unconditional. And love takes work, you know, and if you really love somebody, then it's not an option of, you know, maybe, or it's not you don't question yourself about if this relationship will last.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So, you know, I've definitely taken away, because the thing is, you have experience in marriage already, and just you as a person, period. You know, you just take out relationships, anything. You are a very, like, you taught me to be more attentive to life, attentive to love, attentive to how you treat people. Very attentive to how things like how things become, and you know, as far as like results, results in how you lead your life and how you treat people, and you know, you've taught me so much. So you know, I take away so much. You know, I take so much at this point.
Yeah.
That, you know, my life is completely different after meeting you and, you know, getting to know you. You've definitely shown me different aspects of life, period, that I would have never seen, you know, never come to know.
Yeah.
You know, and just, you know, especially respect and, you know, the relationships, you know.
Yeah.
You know, like, I didn't value relationships, especially with like parents. You know, you taught me the value of relationships with your parents, with your children, and you know how to cultivate those relationships, and you know how to forgive.
Yeah.
You know, it's very much so how to forgive. So I've learned how to forgive and how to turn things that have been painful into things that are that can be powerful.
Wow.
So,
Wow.
So yeah.
Wow. That's amazing. That
Yes.
is amazing. That's, you know, and I say it's amazing because most of that was shown through my actions.
That's right.
And not necessarily my words, because I'm a big advocate of, you know, actions mean more than words to me. That's just how I view things. And so I like to model the same expectation that I have for other people. And so that means that I'm going to show you more so than I will tell you.
Yes.
Right? And so the fact that you got all of that from just me being who God has created me to be is absolutely mind-blowing. Like, it literally just, I don't really know what to say about it. I really don't, because I think it's beautiful. You know, I always want you to be the best that you can be, and I always want you to create great experiences at every turn. So whoever you're encountering, you have the right to create a great experience, right? And so I always want you to be of that mindset. And so it's beautiful. So quick note, you guys see how I'm very attentive to him when he's speaking. Just because to me that's a respect factor, and also I don't want to miss anything he's saying. But I do get lost in looking at him as well. So I don't know how I'm going to be able to look at him that long when we're getting married and be able to hear what the minister is saying. I have no idea. He's going to be like, now your vows, please. We'll see. Okay. So,
You funny.
okay, baby. Let's see how you answer this question.
Okay.
Or is it your
I
turn?
think it's my turn.
I apologize.
Yeah, she got lost, y'all.
I told y'all. I just told y'all. I don't lie. Go ahead.
What do you love or hate about our family structure?
Oh, it's give one of each, or is or? Is it and or?
It's
I'm sorry.
and slash.
What do you love? Okay, so I do that as an and. Okay, so what do I love about our family structure? I love that there are so many different age groups because it keeps it very exciting for us.
Very exciting.
I love that everybody is very confident in who they are. I love that they are also driven, even down to the 8-year-old. You know, there are a lot of things I love about our family. I love that we are such open people individually, and that we have honestly, easily accepted the other side. I hope that don't sound crazy, but what I mean is like the children that I gave birth to accepted you and your son, and then he accepted us. That's what I mean. So we all were open with the idea of becoming one family. What I hate, and hate is a strong word, so I'll replace it with dislike. It can also be very complicated to have so many different age groups as well. What I dislike is our children are so picky, you guys. They are so picky.
It's not all of them.
Every single one of them is so picky, especially when it comes to food and clothing. Food is on another level, baby. Come on.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Every single one of them.
But I don't think it's like, I think some. You know, the young ones to me are more extreme.
No, but it's a matter of, you got to think about the dietary restrictions of the older ones. They don't eat certain things.
Yeah.
And so.
But I mean, from my experience, they'll like if we're at a pizza place, you know what? Hey, you know what? I'll just get a veggie pizza. You know. They're not like, okay, you know what, I can't eat here because it's
that's because
all veggie, you know, it's not all veggie
right.
stuff.
So they're old enough to be accommodating in that way, but they still have restrictions. So it's not necessarily where we can just pick a place and everybody's going to be satisfied, including them sometimes, because they won't just eat anywhere either.
Right.
So it just depends. So you guys, they're all extremely picky. So again, I don't hate that. Sometimes it can just be a lot though. Especially when we're on vacation and we don't know the area and we're trying to figure out where can we eat. And it's late because we've been out doing stuff all day.
Yeah.
That can be a lot.
Vacation definitely, you know, because well, you don't know what they have and where it's at. And
right.
Then you gotta go here, go there, and you know you're in a different city, so that's challenging.
Yeah.
But it's cool though because you get to experience different things, like definitely tasting different foods and going different places and just experiencing because sometimes it seems like a culture.
What do you mean?
As far as vegetarian, vegan, it's a different culture sometimes. The way they design the restaurants.
Oh yeah, different experience.
It's a different type of
culture.
thing.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. Yeah, but again, if I had to choose something, and I don't even know if I would describe it as a dislike. It's just it can be a challenge sometimes. Yeah. That's all. Love you, kids.
It's more,
all of you, huh?
It's more work, more planning,
And then
more phone calls, more travel.
And then you're always our driver, so you're like, okay, let's go this direction. Nope, it's this way. Let's turn around and go this direction. So it gets interesting.
Yeah, it's definitely it's an experience. And, I wouldn't trade it for anything.
Yeah, same. Okay, so. What's the hardest thing about our relationship?
The hardest thing about our relationship to me is, the time we have to be apart from each other.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I would say that's it. Because You know, we live in different places, and
Yeah.
you know, we work, you know, cause we're working on making that you know, change. You know. So yeah, that's the hardest part.
Yeah. I mean, like, the minute we leave each other, I'm like, oh my God, I miss you. I can't make it. And I'm being serious too. Like, it's just crazy. Okay.
Yes.
All right, it makes sense. I agree.
Okay. Okay. If I were to cheat on you, what do you think the reason would be?
That you have completely lost your mind. Something has happened. Something has happened. You now have a condition that nobody has ever heard of. Like, you're out of your mind. Because why would you cheat on me? Like, why? And that is my answer.
Yeah, I love it.
There's no other reason why you would cheat on me.
Yeah, I definitely need to go see.
You need to be put in therapy immediately.
Yeah, I need to go to one of the mental places.
Yeah, to be in a room alone.
Need some help.
Yeah.
Yes, that was a lot. They got all kind of questions.
Oh my gosh. Ah!
Let me prepare. I gotta prepare for this.
You guys, I'm telling you, get this game. Get the game, okay? Get the game. It's mind blowing. But now, I will give you advice. Be lighthearted about it. Be open about these questions. Don't let it cause an argument. Like, be lighthearted. Okay. Which one of my friends don't you trust?
Which one of your friends don't I trust? I can't say that I don't have, because the thing is, like, I don't judge your friends, so you know. And the thing is, like, if I'm judging your friends about how I trust them, then that means I don't trust your judgment. So, like, no.
Great answer. Okay, that's an honest answer. You guys, trust me, we are completely honest with these answers because we're honest people.
Yeah.
So, okay. All right, your turn.
Right. Besides me, who do or did you love the most?
Anybody? Or they mean like a significant other?
It just says, besides me, who do or did you love the most?
So definitely my mom. My mom is number one. That's like, it's two different categories.
Amazing.
Yeah, my mother, my now guardian angel.
Can you tell us what some things that you love about it? I know you love your mom. Like,
Yes. What do I love about my mom? I love everything about my mom. My compassion and drive and all the qualities that he loves about me came from my mom. My spiritual awareness. Anybody who knew my mom loved my mom, honestly. Like, and that's no exaggeration whatsoever. The sweetest, most kindest, most compassionate, giving person I've ever known in my life. I'm gonna stop there. Birds! Y'all are not part of the episode! So you guys, as you can see, we changed our setup. Because this is typically how the set is, how the couples are when they are actually going through the game on the Skin Deep's website, or YouTube channel, I should say. So we wanted to imitate how they do and make it feel like it's more intimate as well with us looking across from one another. So that's why you have the set change. Okay. But just to finish out the last question that he asked, I was talking about my mom. I love my mom dearly. I will always love her dearly. I will always hold her to a high esteem. She will always be my mom. She will always get that respect from me, irregardless of her transitioning. That respect was earned early on, and it will be maintained until I am reunited with her. So, yeah. Okay, so Okay, so this question is not really a good question. I can ask it, but I'm not quite sure how you would answer it. In what ways do my friends reflect who I am?
What ways do your friends reflect who you are? So, from my observation, um, their want to be around you,
Mm.
and their I guess like the loyalty. I guess you would call it loyalty that I've observed. Just goes to show the type of person that you are. So,
Oh wow. Okay. Great.
because I mean, who wants to be around someone that's not good, or someone
Yeah.
that's not fun, and someone that's not a joy to be around, or someone that makes them, like, people want to be around somebody that makes them feel good and
Yeah.
excited. So
Yeah. And my friendships are 20 plus years strong, so they're not new friendships. So we stuck it out together.
yeah, it's awesome.
Okay, great, baby. All right, it's your turn.
Okay. If you had a son, what advice would you give him regarding relationships?
All right, so I have two sons, and the advice that I would give them is to always be respectful in everything that they do. Respect themselves first, and then respect others. The respect will take you a long way in life. So that's definitely one of the key things that that is shown to them now, because they see how much you respect me. So they're seeing it in action. But when they get to the age where they're dating, seriously dating, then that definitely will be a part of the conversation.
Beautiful.
Okay, how do you describe me to others?
I describe you to people as you don't play about me or your kids. You are fearless. You are loyal, faithful. Have strong drive. You're passionate about everything that you feel strongly about. So, number one, I would say you don't play.
Correct. No, I do not.
Yeah.
All right. Oh.
Oh. What do you think people say about us when we aren't around?
Wow. So I think it's probably two sides to that, because we are seen by a lot of people, just with the platforms that we have. So I think that on one hand, people probably really love our story and really love how we are to each other, how we, show affection, because we've done so on camera, how we're very appreciative of one another. And then on the other hand, there are probably some of you who are like, that's too good to be true. Nobody loves their partner, their person that much. No, we absolutely do.
Absolutely.
Like, it's not a game. It's not for TV, quote unquote. This is us every day. On camera, off camera. Off camera, we're worse, actually. We would not be sitting this far apart from one another off camera. So, yeah. So, I think it's probably two sides to that. I think the people who understand true love, who has either experienced it before or who is in it now, get it. Like, they see it. They know that genuineness. They know that want that we have for each other, that need. Right. But then maybe people who's been scorned or who's never experienced it don't understand or don't value it, right? So, no judgment. It's just about where a person is in their life currently. But we won't stop being who we are. We won't stop being affectionate and showing love because there is positivity in that being shown to the world. So.
Yes, and I mean, you know, it comes from a real place.
Yeah.
And, you gotta know, you gotta know your mate.
Yeah.
You know, you're not gonna in friendships, like you're not gonna want to be back again. Kind of like what I was saying about your friends, how they think about you.
Yeah.
What they like show about you.
Right.
You're not gonna be around someone that you don't like. Like
exactly.
We like each other.
Right.
Like you gotta like each other first.
That's the main part. We do like each other. We like to be around each other. We have a good time. Like it's not always serious, deep conversations. Like sometimes we just watch crazy shows and laugh. Sometimes we just sit in silence. Like it just is a matter of because we're both such positive people that we always immediately get positive energy from each other.
Yes.
So.
Yeah. Speaking of just sitting around each other, like that, I think that's a huge thing that people have a misconception about in relationships. Is like people have a hard time just sitting and being quiet. Like some people I feel like some people, cause I used to, I feel in the past.
Mm-hmm.
Like you feel like you gotta be saying something. I think that's a show. That's a showing of I don't know, immaturity in a relationship.
It could be, yeah. Yeah, I would agree with that because me personally, if you don't really have anything to say, don't say anything at all. Like we're not gonna waste energy on just trying to make conversation. However, you and I can talk at any time about anything because we do. But to your point, sometimes it is good to just sit in silence and just be and just experience each other's essence without adding words to it. Because I think that it does allow us to connect on a different level, right?
Yeah.
Words are one of the physical aspects of us as a human being. And so when you remove that, all you have is the spiritual part of you,
Yeah.
right? So you're connecting now on a spiritual level, like, even with me sitting right beside you, if we're silent, you're still on my mind, right? And so I'm still considering you. I'm still thinking about you. But I'm thinking about you from within my soul, if that makes sense.
Yes.
So.
It does make sense.
Yeah.
The spirit's the same, yeah.
Yeah. So I think it's good sometimes.
Yes.
All right. Who just asked the last question?
I did.
Okay.
I think I did.
Maybe.
Did I, guys?
We don't know. We really are lost in these conversations for sure. Okay. Do you think we'll last? Why or why not? You had to,
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Yeah, we absolutely we will last. We will last because we have done work. Like we know each other.
Yeah.
We know each other. We know how we've worked on our communication. We know each other's. We have our boundaries. Like we know each other's boundaries. We know the things that we don't like, and we know the things we do like. Most of the things that we don't like. So if I know that we both know what we don't like, then is like why would it be likely that we would do things to harm each other or offend each other? Because I mean those are, I would say, reasons that relationships end. It's because of a person not knowing what the other person likes or dislikes, or it's communication problems.
Yeah.
Yeah. But ultimately we love each other. We have a lot of we're not the same person exactly, but we have the same interests and desires as far as where we going in life.
Correct.
So.
Yeah. Yep. Same vision. Yeah. Absolutely. Okay. Good.
All right. Who next? Okay. What in our relationship? What in our relationship are you most grateful for?
Oh, one thing. Wow. You guys, that's really difficult. What am I most thankful for? I guess to sum it up, it would be the willingness to do self-work, to be better for one another. The willingness is inevitable. If you don't have willingness, what do you have? If you know there's an issue and you can do something to help fix it, but you're like, nope, this is who I am, take it or leave it, then it's not going to progress the relationship. So I would sum it up with the willingness that we both have. Even now, if something comes up and it poses as an issue and there's something that one of us can do or the both of us can do to resolve it, we're definitely willing to do it.
Yes.
So.
That's awesome.
Okay. When do I embarrass you the most? I love these questions, you guys.
I think you embarrass me the most, like when you make me blush. Maybe
When is that?
like texting me like I have a crush on you.
Oh.
Yeah.
That makes you blush?
That made me blush.
I do have a crush on you.
Yo.
I really do.
Yeah, things like that. And it's fun time. It's awesome.
Yeah.
Let
So,
your mate know you got a crush on me.
so it's more like, the compliments that I give you.
Yeah.
Aw, that's sweet. Okay, babe, so next. I'll do more of that, by the way.
You can do more.
I always can do more.
Alright. So when you close your eyes and think of me, what do you see?
What kind of rating we want to give this? Okay, it's really about, I'll answer the question, because I be wanting to change stuff to fit me. What do I see? That's a difficult question. What do I see? What do I see?
Close your eyes.
Great point. Love. Can you see love? Warmth? Can you see these things? Like, 'cause it's more about how I feel. Obviously, I see your handsome face in my mind. I see your smile in my mind. Okay, we'll go physical. I see your smile. I see your beautiful eyes. His facial features are so proportionate. Things like that.
Okay.
I don't like that question because I want to go deeper, but all right, we'll stop there. We'll stop there. Oh, okay, baby. Do you think we're settling instead of striving for more?
We're definitely not settling. Definitely. We don't believe in settling.
What is settling? What's the definition of that?
Settling is to me, is just accepting something because it's there and you have no other options.
Wow. Okay.
And that's definitely not that.
That is not us, you guys.
Yeah, we don't believe in settling.
What?
Anything, we're not people to be settled upon.
Yeah.
We are very high value people.
Yeah.
You're a high value person, so settling is not in your description.
Not at all. And we're creatives, which means we can create something out of nothing.
Yes.
So it's hard for a creative to settle.
That's right.
Literally, you don't see anything and you end up with the whole product or service or whatever.
That's right.
You create your own lane, which is what we're doing.
That's right. Each and every day.
Correct. Love it. Okay.
When have I disappointed you, and how do you feel about it now?
So anytime there was disappointment, it always had to do with miscommunication. The way I feel about it now is I am thankful for the lessons that we've gone through. I'm thankful for the way that you have chosen to handle situations like that. You don't take them lightly. You don't just overlook them or make me feel like I'm exaggerating or I'm being, just wanting drama or whatever. You really take them seriously. So, and then you try to look within to see what do you need to do to correct going forward. So, yeah, I would say, just miscommunication.
Okay.
Do you feel like we've lived up to the dreams we had when we started this relationship? Why or why not? That is a great question.
I'll tell you what.
Wow.
That's a great question. I think that we didn't have any idea of the things that we'll be doing now.
Mm-hmm.
So I think we far exceeded because, like, we say to each other, like, we don't, like, our thoughts of where we are going or should be, God supersedes that.
Right.
So, it's definitely over that.
Yeah, and I'm just laughing because I'm thinking about like just past conversations that we had about things we wanted to do or achieve, and it is completely on a different level than what we even said. It's kind of like, okay, well, you know what, we're going with you, God. We will follow you.
Yeah. Our wants and desires and dreams were definitely minuscule compared to where we are,
Absolutely.
and where we're going.
Yeah, always, because we can never get on his level. So.
Just to take, for instance, what we're doing right now,
Right.
doing the podcast, and it's really not about us.
Yeah.
It's about what he has set on our hearts, and our part of our purpose is to promote him and promote all of the goodness that he has instilled in us to others to have beautiful relationships.
Yeah.
Strive to have good relationships.
Mm-hmm.
As good as they can be, and we do our research, and we provide information. We do, we're doing this, we're showing people things that you can do, questions that you can ask, different activities that you can do to have a healthy relationship.
Absolutely. And I think too, one of the main parts is being out of the norm, because the norm says, oh, it has to be drama in there somewhere. Cheating has to be involved in there somewhere. It has to be dishonesty in there somewhere, right? Because that's what's publicized. But we're here to show people that no, you absolutely don't have to have those things involved in your relationship. And we're not saying that we're the only couple who's like that, but we're just willing to put ourselves out there to showcase that we're not afraid to show love for one another. We're not afraid to be complimentary. We're not afraid to be submissive to one another. We're not afraid to do self-work, do couples work. We're not afraid to put our relationship first, right? And so that is, in a sense, what does make us unique, We're open and honest with one another, so we definitely are open and honest with you guys. And so, we don't follow the norm, right? We're not going to, I'm not going to act like I don't care as much about you as I do. Yeah. You don't act like you don't care about, much about me, right? You show that you care and that I'm very important to you. You're open with your feelings. I'm open with my feelings. So you can have a healthy relationship.
Yes.
And remember, guys, officially, we're not even married yet. Officially, we will be in 15 Fridays. We'll be married, but that's just to say that we've done a lot of work and we've been very intentional about one another because we do want this to be long lasting. We do want to be together until death does us part. And this, what we have and what we continue to display every week, can be the norm.
Yes, absolutely. And like you were saying, we're not just doing this to be doing this. And,
Right.
Flaunting our relationship. Because guess what? Everybody has a phone. Everyone that's in a relationship, not a relationship, you have a phone. You have a way to produce anything you like and put it out.
Right.
And we're choosing to align with God and the purpose He set upon us as servants of Him.
Yeah.
To bring light to godly, spiritual, healthy relationships in God's name.
And the thing is, we're not acting like everything has or is always perfect. The whole premise of our podcast is to talk about the specific things that we've encountered, the specific issues that we've had to work through. So we love and are choosing to continue to love the imperfection of one another, right? So, like you said, it's just about us being willing servants of God and understanding what He's called us to do as a couple and continuing to do that no matter what.
That's right. So, I take my hat off to us.
Yeah.
Because we're being obedient. To God's purpose. And the purpose He set upon us.
Mm-hmm.
So many people that are not obedient to it. And that doesn't mean that everybody's supposed to get on camera or get on your phone and talk about relationships and what you've been through. But a lot of people do need to sit down and really decide and recognize that are you serving God? Like, are you serving God's purpose? Do you know what God's purpose is?
Yeah.
Find it.
Yeah. Seek Him to find it. He'll show you.
Yes.
Absolutely. So. All right. Now I believe it's on you. But how do you have more cards than me?
I think I went back in the box. And
Oh, you did? Okay.
I went back in the box and I was just looking through. I was just like, let me get some more because I didn't, maybe.
Okay. Well, I have 4 more.
Okay.
So
we got 4 more.
Yes.
Okay. My turn?
Yes,
okay.
I believe.
Okay. Okay. How have I changed since we first met?
Oh.
And what do you miss about me?
Oh my gosh, how have you changed? You are a completely different person to a degree. So what I mean by that is the core values of who you are, the foundation of who you are is the same, but the way that you go about things is completely different. What do I miss about, what was the second part? I'm sorry.
It says, what do you miss about me? So it asks, how have I changed since we first met? So you said I've changed. So it's asking like, what do you miss
about the old you, quote unquote?
Yeah, I think that's what it's saying.
Okay. I love who you are right now. I love who you are right now because you are definitely becoming. And I say becoming because we all are. We have, none of us have reached our final destination of who we are. So you are definitely on the path of becoming. But I love who you are. As I think about the old you, that person, and you still make me laugh, but that person was always very comical and joking a lot, but you make me laugh now. So I wouldn't say I really miss anything about the old you because I love who you are right now.
Okay.
All right. So what about my relationship to work would you like to change?
What about your relationship to work that I would like to change? So work. So you work to me is what you're doing to promote and bring creativity to the things that we're doing as far as business and family. Sometimes you may overwork. You may overwork. So if I could say anything, it would just be that sometimes you may work a lot.
Yeah.
You may overwork. You may do a lot.
Yeah. You think
But I appreciate it. Because it's ultimately for the benefit of our family.
Yeah.
But yeah. I mean that's the only thing is that sometimes I would like to see you relax more.
Okay.
Yeah.
You think I work too late? Also.
Yes, you can. Yes, you can.
Okay. All right. Interesting.
All right. So, okay. How have? Hold on, no. I'm about to read this question. I forgot to put it in. I'm about to read the same question.
Okay.
What do you think I'm learning from you?
So you answered that for the most part, but I do think the spiritual awareness is definitely one. But I think you've been learning that for a while because I feel like I've showcased that side of me for a long time now. Like you mentioned, and I just have to piggyback off of things you said, honestly, relationships, right? Understanding that we don't have as much time with people as we think we do. And that was a lesson, quote unquote, that I was able to pass on to you from learning it from grief. And just, sometimes we just seriously have to overlook things.
Yes.
And sometimes things are not as big as they seem.
Yes.
Right?
You definitely taught me.
Yeah. So are we going to weigh out the issue or are we going to weigh out the person and the relationship of the relation of that person?
Yes.
Right? So meaning, does this thing that we're blowing up hold more value than the actual person? Right?
Yes.
Definitely taught me that. And again, it's just about what I've learned from grief. Life is really short. Like people say that, but no, it's true. If you think about somebody only being on earth for 61 years, in the grand scheme of life, of eternity, of creation, right? 61 years. That is like an infant.
And if you it's one thing that you kind of show me, about how you look at things. 61 years, you can say 61 winters, 61 summers.
Try 39.
Because if you start counting, it is summers or winters, it's a whole different perspective.
Right, exactly.
It taught me perspective of life.
Yeah, 39 summers.
And if you're 30, I've lived 45, 41, so I'm about to say 45, 41 summers.
Yeah.
And the normal life expectancy is 80 years? 80?
But think about it like this, right? So you live 41 summers. 19 of those, you were not an adult. 18 of those, you were not an adult. So if you think about your adult years, that's even less time than that.
Yeah.
So literally, we are not here forever.
Yes.
And then the other piece to that is we can be here one moment, not here the next.
Yes.
So I think that's another reason, you guys, that we're so intentional about each other, and especially when we are with each other, we literally soak up every second that we're with each other. I'm literally right here, trying to get in his skin, every time. So you guys, come in and tell us, what did you think about this episode? How do you feel about these questions that we asked? Do you think they were thought-provoking? Do you feel like you will be interested in, you know, asking each other or asking your partner these questions or questions that are similar? Like, as you can see,
I love these questions.
yeah, you know, as you can see, it sparked conversation, like to the point where we were forgetting whose turn it was. So stay tuned for part 2 of our intimate questions. You know, we covered a lot of questions because we wanted to really get in deep and, you know, have you guys kind of understand more of who we are. So definitely make sure you're watching part 1 and then stay tuned for the following week for part.
Do you think I'm capable of cheating on you? Why or why not?
You're my